What's going on, guys? Ryan here at the Crypto Fiend Studios, bringing you the hottest and latest everything crypto related news. Today is January 7th of 2018, and today we're going to be looking at the market and where we could potentially be going for the next week or so. Now, if you've been keeping an eye on the market, then you know that we've been having crazy price movement in altcoins recently. 10, 15, 20 times gains in some altcoins. Now, I think that could possibly be changing soon and reversing back into Bitcoin. Now, while all that movement has been happening in altcoins, Bitcoin has kind of been sitting on the sidelines and decreasing in market cap over time. Now, we are working our way back up, sitting around almost $17,000 with 16% up on the week. If we look over at the chart for Bitcoin, what I'm seeing right now is we did break back through the 50 and the 100-day. We had this great run up from December 30th all the way up to around January 5th, and then we broke back down through the 50 and 100-day. Where I'm seeing this right now is if we can get confirmation on the 200-day, which is right here, if we can get confirmation on the 200-day, we could potentially have another slingshot effect like we've had right here. And if we can break through the 50 and 100-day and get to all new highs, I think that would be exactly what Bitcoin needs to break through $20,000. Now, why I see this happening is because every time we get to all new highs for Bitcoin, the media starts talking. And when the media starts talking, more people flood into Bitcoin, start buying Bitcoin, and that's going to increase the price even higher. So we haven't been having media talk about Bitcoin recently because it hasn't really been having great price movement. It had this huge dump off back on December 19th, crazy dump off, and ever since then we've kind of been up, down, and sideways, and all the money's been focused on altcoins. Now, if Bitcoin can get to new highs, and I'm sure it can, we are going to begin to see a little bit of a flood out of altcoins. Now, I don't think this is going to happen for all altcoins. I think it's just going to happen for the majority that have gone up 10, 15, 20 times in gains the past couple weeks. Now, some I could definitely see that happening for would be Ripple. Ripple is definitely, I think, a little overvalued for its current state. It definitely was hyped up from when it hit that 50-cent range all the way up to $3. So I think it is a little overvalued right now. Also, Cardano, I think, is definitely overvalued. We hit an all-time high of $1.25 like 2 days ago, and we're sitting around $1 right now. I think Cardano is a little overvalued simply because we're trading it off of philosophy of their concept that they're trying to achieve. So Cardano is still kind of like an ICO where they don't really have their concept, they don't have a product. So I think Cardano is definitely way overvalued, sitting around $25 billion. I think that's pretty crazy. Next up, Litecoin. Litecoin does tend to work with Bitcoin when it comes to price action. So when Bitcoin goes up, Litecoin goes up. When Bitcoin goes down, Litecoin goes down. So if Bitcoin can get some price movement, we could see some movement in Litecoin, but also not so much because Litecoin has been having troubles with its transactions lately. I'm sure a lot of you guys have noticed it because I noticed that on some exchanges you can't send Litecoin around, which has really been pissing a lot of people off. So who knows? It could go up or down with Litecoin. If we keep moving along, I think Tron definitely needs a price correction. I think it's way overvalued right now. We were sitting around 3 cents a couple days ago with an all-time high of 24 cents. Next up, we have Lisk. Lisk is doing very good right now. I think Lisk is going to keep the majority of its gains if Bitcoin continues to go up in value, simply because we are getting around to that February range when Lisk is having their relaunch. So up to that February range, I could see Lisk going up in value from here. Lisk is kind of one of those cryptocurrencies that doesn't have crazy volatility, but slowly goes up in price over time, and those are the cryptocurrencies you have to look out for. Now, if we keep moving on, we have Rayblox. Now, Rayblox has been having excellent price movement this past month. I'm sure you all know they were around 30 cents at the beginning of December and hit an all-time high of $34 a couple days ago. Now, Rayblox is definitely deserving of a pullback. They definitely need a pullback for a continuous healthy growth. And this is when you want to keep an eye out if we do begin to see more money flooding back into Bitcoin, simply because it's a cryptocurrency that's gone up over 20% this past month. So that's one you want to keep an eye out, because if it continues to go down in value, people are going to start cashing out and getting those gains that that they've made. If we keep moving on, you have Binance Coin. Binance Coin has been having excellent price movement lately. They hit an all-time high of $22 a day ago, but they are tapering off right now. Now, why I think they're tapering off is simply because they're not allowing new users onto their platform right now so they can update and allow new users. So I think that's why the price is decreasing. But something you want to keep an eye out for is when the Binance exchange does allow new users again, which is probably going to be within the next couple days, you could definitely see a slingshot effect in the price of the Binance token. So keep an eye out for that. Also, the KuCoin shares. Now, the KuCoin is a rather new exchange also, but they're seeing excellent price movement, up 400% on the week. Now, they are about to pass Binance Coin in evaluation, which is very, very impressive. Why I see great movement in KuCoin right now is, again, Binance, Bitrrex, and Bitfinex have seized new users from joining their platform so they can update and allow new users in the future. So I think everyone's going over to the KuCoin exchange to start trading cryptocurrencies. So that's why you see a great price spike in the token. Again, this is something you want to keep an eye out for. When Binance, Bitrrex, and Bitfinex does allow new users onto the platform, you could definitely see a pullback in the KuCoin token because people are going to be allowed to use the other exchanges again. So keep an eye out for that if you are holding the KuCoin shares. That could definitely happen within the next week or so. Ethos up almost 300% on the week. Great price movement, around $11. Ethos is a very undervalued cryptocurrency in my perspective. I think they're really going to benefit a lot of cryptocurrency holders in the future. But they definitely do need a little bit of a pullback for healthy growth again. That's something we could see within the next week or so. So yeah, I'm not going to keep going over all the cryptocurrencies, but I gave you guys a good majority, which could definitely see a little bit of a pullback within the next week or so. Also with Dentacoin up 1,000% on the week. So keep an eye out for that if you're holding Dentacoin. So to recap with Bitcoin, if we can get confirmation on this 200-day, break through the 100 and the 50-day, and possibly get to at least close new highs, that could be great for Bitcoin simply because more money will slowly flood out of altcoins into Bitcoin, but also media will start talking about Bitcoin again. Now, the media hasn't really talked about Bitcoin since we hit all-time highs around almost $20,000. So if we can get up to all new highs or close to them, the media will start talking about Bitcoin again, and that would be very, very healthy for Bitcoin. Now for some news today, 30% of millennials would rather invest in cryptocurrencies. Blockchain Capital did a survey that 30% of those in the age group of 18 to 34 would rather invest $1,000 into Bitcoin than $1,000 into the traditional government's bonds and stocks. Now, I'm not surprised at all. First off, cryptocurrencies is the future of finance. It's also 10 times easier to get involved in than the traditional bonds and stocks. Also, cryptocurrencies can go up 2,000% in a month, while the traditional bonds and stocks can maybe go up 2%. So I'm not surprised at all. I'm surprised it's not higher, to be honest with you. 42% of millennials have heard of Bitcoin, which is very impressive. So almost half of millennials have heard of what Bitcoin is, compared to 15% of those aged 65 and up have heard of Bitcoin, which I think is a very good ratio for those aged 65 and up. Also, to recap on the exchanges, Binance, Bitfinex, and Bitrrex temporarily say no to new users. This is mainly due to them getting flooded with new signups. Binance has reported that they've had over 250,000 new users per day. That is insane. Also, Coinbase has reported over 100,000 per day, and Kraken has reported over 50,000 per day, which is very, very impressive. So they have temporarily disabled the sign-up pages for Bitfinex, Binance, and Bitrrex so they can update their platforms and allow new users. So far, the only date that we have is for Bitfinex, that on January 15th of 2018, they're going to allow you to sign up for Bitfinex if you want to sign up for Bitfinex. But so far, there is no date for Binance and Bitrrex. So if you are trying to sign up for those exchanges, I suggest just trying once a day to see if they release the sign-up page so you can sign up. But until then, just keep trying. So that is going to be the video for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this daily update. I am going to be trying to do more of these more often. But leave comments below whether it's a question or your personal opinion. There's no bias on this channel. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace!